Hey, Cruiser, welcome back to Cruiser Chris Craft. I'm Josh Wells, and we are back to work on the scaffolding project for good old Stargazer. Today, we are installing the scaffolding. If you like DIT boat repair, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. All right, let's get started. It is a beautiful day. We're getting back in the ring with Euclidean geometry today, and it's a fight we think we can win. After we built the scaffolding with our fair share of hiccups last time, now with the combined efforts of you, Sammy, Nikki, and I on board, we're getting this DIT project done and installed. To do that, Sam, Nikki, and I discuss how we're going to place the structure on Stargazer effectively. We agree to lay the foundation on Stargazer's deck. That way we can ensure it's stable from the base up. After we build the foundation, we go up. We will take the assembly of the roof and lift it onto the frame. Tying it together with strapping, it looks a lot simpler on a plan. Speaking of which, we're still following our handy-dandy blueprint I made. Sam's making sure that we're sticking to all of our tasks as we begin placing and fitting all these puzzle pieces together. Nikki moves to the front of the boat as we take the 16-foot assembled pieces from the frame and slide it down. We then take some strapping and wrap the strapping around the ends and tighten it up, so that it all stays together. What's nice is that the frame is mirrored on both sides, so everything we do on one side will match the other. Just like when we built it, we're taking a 5-foot connector pieces and connecting it with the next section of the bottom piece. We are wrapping strapping around the length of the next pieces to ensure that they stay together, clamping it down with a strap tool. We take some pre-cut strapping and tie the bottom piece horizontally up to the next set so that it ensures that we have one stable piece.
This looks so easy.
That's what you're trying to do?
But it's more complicated than it looks.
So we'll make this long side. So you push it through, right? So that the tension's on it. Now, let's see here. So you push it through so the tension's on it. Go through the back side, then loop it through. See how the tension's on that? Okay, and then it's up. And then you switch this one, so the tension's gonna be on this one. Go through put the rabbit through the hole. I'm trying to think of how to, remember that nursery rhyme to tie shoes?
How to tie your shoe, yeah.
So then you pull the strapping tight, because you don't want this to chafe on the gel coat. A, basically just, it's a clamp. That's a cutter, and that's a ratchet.
And now you know. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, now cue the music and that star thing.
We add more connector pieces which attach to the frame. This is the piece that will connect to the roof of the scaffolding. Again, tie some strapping around to secure it to the rest of the frame. With the two sides done, we measure the length between them to see what the length of the poles need to be to connect them in the center.
We agreed to 113 inches, which is just over 9 feet. The thought process, if they're all the same across the boat, then it's fine. That's the thought. Safety first. As they say, measure twice, cut once. It's a rule my father always said, and I agree with him. If you don't know, working on a boat is more time consuming than you anticipate. So if you give yourself 2 hours, it's really gonna be 4. If you give yourself 4 hours, it's gonna be 8. If you give yourself an hour, it's gonna be 6.
I start to assemble the roof pieces on the ground, while Sammy's helping me out by handing me tools I need for the assembly. He's quick and responsive, which is a perfect example of teamwork.
No diving. The water on this side is hard. The earth is harder than water. It seems obvious until you hit it. Okay, let's see if we can get this done.
I start by taking some strapping and tying the 2 sides of the roof together. After I get the straps tied on one side of the scaffolding, we start thinking about tying the 2 sides together. Here I'm marking up our pipes so that we know where everything will go once we're on board. It's a rigorous process to strap everything together, but in order to make sure that all of our parts function properly and sustain the crazy amount of pressure that will be put on them, we have to take our time.
It's crazy how old I'm getting. Just last week I was 18. Just last week.
Sam and Nikki join me below on the ground to put all the pieces together. Teamwork is essential here, and there is no way you should do this project alone. It's going to take a lot of combined effort and strength to make sure everything holds up and stays strapped together. I know, strap, 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 strap. That's all you hear me say. I know. If you like saying strap, 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 feel free to put it in the comments down below. It's actually kind of fun. As you can see, we're being extremely cautious and doubly strapping everything together. We don't want to risk anyone's safety for something like this. So it's important to come together as a team and make sure that everything is super secure. Now that we got all our pieces together, it's assembly time.
Stop. Hammer time.
Dun, 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 dun.
As Nikki and I are going to do the front brace before we pull all this down, we're gonna have a good time.
Now that we're up on the boat, we have to work on strapping the front of the boat together. And putting all the pieces into place. Here comes a tricky part. We have to work seamlessly as a team to get the scaffolding up on board. Cruiser, always make sure that you have a team to assist you with big projects like this. It's important to be aware of your surroundings and communicate with your team so that if things get out of hand, you can avoid any injuries. It is quite devastating to see everything fall apart right in front of you. We thought we were in control, but we weren't careful enough. Back to square one for us. A major setback like this is devastating for everyone involved.
Do you make a drink for failures here at Cheers?
Hold on a second. Phil, what are you drinking?
A Manhattan.
Manhattan.
So try and stay positive to see what you can learn to do better into the future.
Hey Cruiser, it's the next day. I appreciate you sticking with us here. This project has turned out to be a nightmare. We were here really late last night and our cameras were dying out. Sam and I are going to reconfigure this up here. We're going to take down that top layer, put up a wooden post. We're just not going to do the flybridge deck this time. We're going to do the front deck and the aft deck. So thanks for sticking with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. It'll actually really make your season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here and kind of hold this up so that the weight of it doesn't push down. We'll use some strapping to hold it and make sure that it stays where it's supposed to. We're going to have plenty of strapping to take from. It'll be fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one of the big pieces of strapping so that I can reuse it here. I'm going to do it here to the bracket instead of from the top. For all the new kids out there, this is what they call dangerous.
As you can see here, Sammy is supporting me as we work throughout this project. He never leaves my side and is always ready to help out, whether it's working with tools or offering a new perspective. It makes me proud to be on a crew that is eager to complete a project this complicated. We are motivated to work through misfortunes and hardship that present themselves while working on this project. We take a step back together and redirect ourselves to continue towards our goals without shame or judgment. Now that Sammy's helped me dismantle everything, we're cutting some wood planks and tossing them up so that we can get them assembled. Things go much smoother when you do it together. We're strapping everything as tight as possible. Sammy's wrapping a strap around the anchor. When working on a challenging project, it is good to have someone to lean on when you feel like the world is on your shoulders. Nice job, buddy. I love you.
Hey Cruiser, good to see you. It's the end of the project. We have all the strapping up, so now they can wrap the boat. I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to look like. I think we're going to call it the circus tent. I'm a big fan of circus tent. We'll have to run that by Nikki, but I'm sure she will not approve. Like us, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Tell them I love them. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, Cruiser. Make sure that you come back in 2 weeks. We're taking the swim platform off good old Stargazer, and my father will be making a return appearance. Comment down below on how you keep your boat warm and heated while working on projects during the winter. As always, I'm Josh Wells, and remember, as Euclid, the father of geometry, once said, the laws of nature are but mathematical thoughts of a boat owner. Or something like that. See you soon, cruiser. We love you.